Hello everyone, I'm Bruffy1322 and I am late by 2 minutes. I'm sorry, but we're here for another week of content creator live stream testing goodness. We got another 7 tracks to go through. Let's just get it started. So we got 3 regular tracks, a rally race, and then 3 more regular tracks. So pretty not a lot of variety this week, let's say, but this first track is rather interesting. It's actually the track from the thumbnail, if I remember correctly. And this is the first content creator live stream on PC that's live on YouTube since July. I didn't realise that it had been that long, because the August and September versions of this for PC were premieres. That's where the whole Is This Live thing came from. I recorded it on Twitch first and then uploaded it. And then obviously we didn't have any content creator streams in October. So July was the last time we did this on PC live to YouTube. Obviously last week and the week before that we were here doing PS4 and Xbox One like we always do. But yeah. Alright, so there's the pit lane over there to the left hand side of the start finish straight. So this is fully live. It's not pre-recorded live or anything like that. This is properly live. As I know that this time I can kind of get away with, you know, feeling the need to say that, given the last 2 content creator live streams on YouTube haven't been live. But obviously the last 2 that we had on Xbox and PS4 were. So yeah, this first track is a little bit different. It's been used, well, obviously on PC, if you are in the know and have the ability, you can utilize PC mods to do various things with track creation and access various creative features that you otherwise wouldn't have been able to do. So this track was actually categorized as an arena war race, which caught me by surprise when I loaded it up. And the reason is because even though it's just a normal track, the arena war pit lane function thing that you have on arena war tracks has been implemented into this track. So this is going to be interesting to see how this works. Obviously we have pit lanes on racing circuits, but they're made up of, you know, they're created by putting wrenches down, and they don't always work because you've got to have external damage on the car from a gun or flames for the wrenches to actually fix your car. Just car-to-car damage or hitting a wall or something like that isn't going to be enough damage or make the game register that you're damaged, so the wrenches don't actually fix your car. So everybody in this race has to do 1 pit stop, like we normally do for event tracks. I approve of this message. So I guess we'll see what it's like. Here we go. Okay, remain stationary to regain vehicle health. So that was the idea, that everybody has to go in the pit stops, come to a complete stop, and then continue again. So that's pretty good. And then the more damage that you have, the longer that you have to stay in the pit lane. I don't know why they didn't just add that as a thing. Like, why? It's so frustrating. It's the same with everything else that Rockstar does. Why are they so restrictive? Why do they have to restrict these Arena War creator features to just the Arena War creator? Why can't they add that stuff to, you know, normal creator so we can use them? And this is a perfect example of how it would be used. Obviously, you got a completely integrated pit lane that repairs your car, and the more time that you spend in it, the more damage that you have, the longer you're going to have to stay in the pit lane to repair your car. Why is that limited to just the Arena War game mode? Same with all the props, obviously. But because it's PC and people have their own ways and means on PC to do various things, people have found ways to implement Arena War stuff into regular tracks. I also noticed in the lobby screen that it seemed like there was weather options for this track as well. Clear, raining, thunder, all that kind of stuff, which is normally only available for regular circuits. So stunt races now, and they have been like this for a long time because, again, Rockstar, for some reason, they removed the ability to choose what weather you have for stunt races. Now whatever you set in the creator is what the weather will be, but you can't choose it on the fly in the race lobby. But obviously you can in this race, so it feels like this race, this circuit, this track is a perfect example of what tracks would be if we didn't have any restrictions. Second place goes for his pit stop, so the leader still has to make a stop, I'm pretty sure, unless he made it early on. He's just being that far ahead. And I've got to say, this is a really nice track, like just as a circuit as well. Really nice layout, nice prop usage. Thank you, by the way, for the super chat. I'll read it out after the stream. And this track, you know, that bridge section just above us there, for example, going over that is pretty spectacular as well. Utilizing hills and custom created road sections. It's a really, really nice track. I like this. And the fact that it also has all of these additional things that you otherwise can't get because of Rockstar restrictions, like an Arena War functional pit lane and weather options on the fly. Really impressive. This is how tracks could be if Rockstar didn't put arbitrary restrictions on everything. And remember, if you're on PC and you want if any of these tracks take your fancy, you want to get them, add them to your own game, this one won't be in your regular bookmark job section. This will be not in stunt races, this is Arena War races, but as you can see, it's a proper track. 30 players as well, not restricted on numbers. The links for all of these, as always, are down below in the description. You can add them to your game and race them for yourself. I think the time of day has been locked for this race. It feels like it's not progressing, the sunset, which is really nice because this is such a beautiful time to race when there's a sunset like that. Feels like the actual time has been completely locked, so this sunset is always here, which just adds to it. Really nice. There's the leader going for his stop on the final lap, so he gets an advantage from doing it. Oh, well, he waited a bit longer, I think. I was thinking about that. If you stop on the final lap, I didn't actually see any restriction, but I should have done that you're not allowed to stop on the final lap, but I didn't know where the final lap, I didn't know where the pit lane was. So I was thinking, but Kiwi waited. GG. Did the respectable thing, I think. I did this track months ago. Yeah, stopping on the final lap means that you don't have to get back up to speed again before the finish line, so you get an advantage. A win? Can you believe it? There's a showcase of how the pit lane works here. You should stop in a little ray of light and wait till smoke animation around your car. Okay, so there's smoke animation which shows you that your car is being fixed, I'm guessing. That's pretty cool. Thank you for the GGs. Spitz as well with the 199 super chat. They restrict because Shrek can't. But that doesn't make any sense because there's no, there's no way that you can unlock these restrictions by spending money. The smoke is when your car has been completely fixed. Ah, okay. See, that's what I mean. I've never really used it from Arena War races and stuff like that. So, yeah, ridiculous that those restrictions are here. Alright, so let's leave it on supers. Should we just do all supers? I mean, it's going to be Emirates vs Krieger, I guess, but no, let's restrict the top supercars. So Tempesta down over, just like the sports race was Forza down over. So yeah, if you want to submit any of your own circuits, by the way, we might have to reopen the submissions for PC soon. Because we're a bit low on PC tracks. But if you want to submit any of your own tracks, the link is down below in the description, provi.com/verified. Or in the chat right there. Nightbot's on point tonight. Nightbot's actually quick. What's that all about? Tempesta or slower for this one? Yeah, that first track was really nice. Really impressive track. Thank you, Spitz, again for the super chat. Just a good showcase. In addition to being a nice track, he was slow earlier. Okay. In addition to being a really nice track, it was a good showcase of how tracks could be if Rockstar weren't so restrictive. Can you imagine if we had all the classes and all cars in all classes available for races as well? So it must be unfortunately not set to current weather in the creator. I always recommend setting it to current weather in the creator so that you can have those mixed condition races, which I personally love. Again, it's a stunt race, so you can't choose the weather conditions. Wow! Okay, that's quite the crash that ETR1 had. We also need 99 lamppost removal, not 25. Yeah, maybe there's a reason. Maybe it breaks the game if there's more or something. Although that's not really true, I suppose, because tracks seem to work fine on Project Homecoming on 5M. So I didn't really read the description, but I gave it a quick look, where it said it's trying to use as much of the natural landscape as possible. I can see that. Pretty cool idea. Really smooth undulations. It's really nicely done. Ugh, wasn't very good. Not from me, I mean, not the track. You do have to be careful on that outcrop of dirt, as we saw from the ETR1. So again, like I said, all of the tracks tonight, apart from the rally track, are regular races. So they're just meant to... they're submitted in the way that they're meant to be just chill out playlist races. But those on PC tend to not make that too much of a distinction with that anyway, from what I understand. So tracks are just tracks and you can use them for an event if you want, sort of thing. It's always difficult on these high-paced tracks when you don't know the route to get to grips with it straight away and carry all the speed that you need. When you don't know the makeup of each corner, for example. It's a good track. High-paced, undulating, up and down, using unique locations. Using the map well. Tally GTB just can't turn as well as a Tempesta. Damn it. Tempesta doing well. I should hope so. The Tempesta's the quickest car from the selection that people were allowed to choose in this race. Yeah, really cool. Undulating, going over and over different parts of the track and stuff like that. Oof. Really nice layout. All this custom created section to create an entirely new driving experience. Uh-oh. 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 I'm gone. Damn it. Well, rip the podium. We had a good start to the stream, and that's all you're gonna get. It's all downhill from here. Someone asked for the track link earlier in the chat, I noticed. Description. In the order in which we play them, as always. Yeah, pretty cool. Tally GTB just doesn't have the grip in comparison to things like the Tempesta. Just can't hang with it. Seems like the Tempesta was a popular choice. Not surprising, I guess. Two good tracks to start us off already. I mean, they're all tracks that we showcase on these streams are good. I mean, but two impressive circuits immediately. You should play Red Dead 2. I have. I played it when it came out. The playlist, the full playthrough is on my second channel. Yeah, it is an unusual location for the track. I agree. 10th of a second away from 6th. And I think that's what sets it apart. The entire custom created section. Utilized very nicely. Oh, not Red Dead Online. No, I couldn't care less about that. Right, we'll do 3 laps. Let's allow all supercars for this one. So supers again, but any supercar. No restrictions. I am indeed on PC tomorrow. If you go to Broughy.com/schedule or schedule, just scroll to the bottom of the page and you'll be able to see what platform I'm on every day for the rest of the year. I wonder if we don't have the platform command on Nightbot on YouTube. Possibly, maybe that's why it didn't work for that last one. Have I covered everything, by the way? I think I've covered everything. Couldn't load the page properly, that's why I asked. Okay, fair enough. I'll let you off. Links are in the description. All the information on how to submit your own tracks and how this all works is in the description on Broughy.com/verified. First time I'm going to use my PC Krieger in a race. This might be the first time I'm ever going to use a Krieger in a race. Yeah, member. If anyone wants to become a member. How many are we on? What does that say? 49. 1 member away from 50. If anybody wants to become a member and they can experience all those perks, feel free. Like the video, like the stream. I never say that. I'm not prepared for the speed. Like, these are so much quicker than the Wagner, and I always got shocked by how quick the Wagner was because I just would never use the top supercars. I don't like that lamppost there, but I'm sure it's fine for a playlist race. I find that a lot of crashes tend to happen when people just push it a little bit too much. Like, there's an initial hit, and if they just back out the first time, like there for example, it'd be alright. But people keep their foot in. Oh my days. Okay, that is not the best section I've ever seen. I think what makes that section so bad is that it doesn't like the track doesn't line up with where the wall is going to be, and there's no other wall to guide you where you should be going, so you just don't even know. Oh, they've had so many issues on that corner. You just don't even know that, like, there's going to be a wall. It's a surprise wall. I don't think anybody... There you go. Now I can add myself to that list. Nobody has done a lap of this track without crashing yet. Everybody on the first lap has crashed once of their own accord. So it was submitted as a playlist race, so we're not really looking at it from an event track perspective, which is probably a good thing. I do like the originality of it. It's got some unique sections and crossovers and utilizing the city quite differently to usual. A lot of smoothed over areas as well. There's a lot of lampposts, but again, it's a playlist race, so it's not as held to as much of a high standard for that aspect. But it has to be different enough. That's okay once you know it's there. But yeah, that first lap was rough. I would like to see some sort of indicator. That the white the white props in some areas of the map just blend into the city as well, like that one on the inside of that corner. Yeah, I would like to see some more of an indication that there's going to be a wall there. Perhaps utilizing the stunt road, moving it to the right a little bit so that it lines up a bit better, say. Or just flat out having a wall that leads into it or something. I don't know, there has to be some sort of solution so you don't just launch into it. But then maybe it's just a first lap issue. You won't need to worry about it once you know the track. I mean, I like it. It's a good little, good run around for a playlist race. It's got a good variety of corners. I really like the Krieger, I've got to say. I like it so much more than the Emrys. It is just like a quicker Osiris. Still not used to the speed that these cars have though. The cornering grip. Just everything. It's ridiculous that cars like this exist now. I feel like there's definitely still some areas for improvement on this one, but on the whole, pretty nice for a city high-speed city circuit. Would like to see that lamppost gone or covered over on the left there. I know it's meant to be a sort of chilled out playlist race and not an event track, but there's still some areas where you'd rather not have a lamppost. I feel like that's one of them. It's been a successful first ever race in my Krieger. I do like that car. Yeah, just a few tweaks, I think. Cashwin Hudson with the $2 super chat. Thank you so much for the super chat. Thoughts on Mr. Boss making GTA 6 videos? I mean, haven't people been making GTA 6 videos for, you know, best part of 2-3 years now? I have no time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Just garbage people. A big arrow pointing to the hole. There has to be something, like some... I feel like visual indicators on that track is the biggest issue.
He gets such a huge boost from...
Like... The white props not feel... Like, you know, you can't really see where the wall is because it's white and it sinks in with the track. Or that... You know, not having any indication of where the tunnel is, so you can just slam into a wall. That's what I feel like. Not a bad first Krieger race. Ever. That's my first ever Krieger race. Kind of crazy. Jewel King 320 with the $5 donation. Go Bruffy go, have a good day, dude. Thank you so much. Right, rally race. Finally a bit of variety. Although, to be fair, even though they've all been regular circuit races, the first 3 tracks have had some variety anyway, I think. So, sports rally cars. Let's limit it to Omnis Tropos. I mean, really, Omnis Tropos if you have one of them, but you can use the GB200, I suppose, or the Sultan, or the Sentinel Classic. No Comet Safaris, Karumas, Issy Sports, or Flash GTs. You haven't bought the Krieger yet? I have. I've had the Krieger since it came out because I obviously tested it around the track. I've just never used it in a race because when we do supercar races, most of the time we ban the top supercars because it's more fun and more interesting with, frankly, the slower supercars. I'm on 100% record with the Krieger now. Not allowed to lose a Krieger race ever. It's like when I had that 100% record for 2019 on motorcycles. That didn't last very long. Yeah, but if you need to turn the race to night to make white props work, then I don't think that's... because people don't always want to race at night. Tracks need to be good enough to be able to be raced in all situations and times and stuff. thank you all for being here. Hopefully you're all having fun. Now that these content creator streams are back after their absence in October. So we are going through the prison. This is new. Is that the low grip stuff for the pieces of road there? Felt like it, but I wasn't really going very fast to tell. What's this? Criminal Records rally style. So we've got some arena props in on this track as well. Again, I mean they are making it look nice with, you know, that's a clever idea, utilizing arena props like that as sort of struts for the road. Looks pretty cool. But again, unless you're modding to be able to access those under normal circumstances, you can't access those in the creator because Rockstar. That's the only reason. Because Rockstar. Good back hype. It is undulating, yes. Pretty cool. Pretty interesting. I mean, I think it said something in the description about it being a rallycross track, but okay, it's not as short as a rallycross track would normally be, but just leave it alone sort of thing. So it's not... I wouldn't use this for a rallycross, you know, event or something. But as a fun rally race to, you know, go around in, I don't think these are low grip, by the way. It's rallycross in the sense that it has some off-road sections and some on-road sections. Trying to utilize as much road as possible, especially in that Sentinel Classic, which is not very good off-road but is quicker than the usual rally cars on-road. Almost feels like you can miss that checkpoint, but I haven't done it so far, so... Rip. Yes, there'll be more car v car races. I already know what the next one's gonna be. Just need to do it. Yeah, pretty cool track. Nice to have some rally variety in the playlist too. Remember everyone, it's possible to submit 2 tracks per wave of testing these days. One can be a regular track and then the other one has to be something different, like rally or stunt or, you know, something a bit kooky. I know why you can't miss that checkpoint even though it looks like you can. There's an option in the dev creator to set the activation point of checkpoints so you can make checkpoints be basically wider. Oh. It was closing up right at the end there as well between the top three. Pushed too much. No, I didn't have a space to get through. I had the overspeed. Car is amazing. Just does everything that you want it to do. Ow! Yeah, so in the dev creator you can set the width of checkpoints so you can make them be hit much wider than they ordinarily would be able to be. Again, so many things that you can do in that dev creator that you can only really do with mods. You can only access that through mods that you can't do normally. That would be a big help to creators, but what can you do? These PC content creator streams, when we have tracks from people who, you know, utilize that dev creator, are more just an example of what we could have instead of what we actually can do. That was fun. That was a good track. It was an interesting route. Had a good little race too. Feel like the wind was on. But made that mistake. Everybody in an Omnis except for one. That's what I like to see. You missed the Joker lap. We weren't doing Joker laps on that one. I don't. Everybody's coming round to the idea that the Omnis is the greatest. It's getting there. The message is getting out. People are starting to realise that I was right all along. You got some holdouts, but don't worry, you'll all come around eventually. Don't know about that, Sarge. I think I was catching pretty quick. I think that's a vast overstatement. Alright, so that was our fourth track, our middle track in the playlist. We got 3 more tracks to do, and then the usual end track. 1.69, so... I like how the description says don't use supers, but the default class is supers. Like, if you don't think you should use supers, put the default on something else. How many laps is going to be right? Maybe 7. Any sports classic is fine. Can the checkpoints be as wide as GTA 4 though? I think they can. I think they can be really like ridiculously wide to the point where you can get them miles away. That's again the reason that this dev creator is the dev creator is because if you put that in as it was, people would just break things with it, I'm sure. Not knowing how to use it properly or whatever. Or abusing it on purpose. But they just don't put any time into making it, you know, restricting it like they did. You know, for example, lamppost removal was in the dev creator for ages before they put it into the game. But they had to do various different things and fine tune it and make it, put the time in to actually make it ready for everyone to be able to have. But I don't understand why they don't put more time into the, you know, getting rid of some of the I don't know why they have restrictions in the first place. 32 players still required to submit a track to you. 30 players are. Because you can't have 32 player races. Unless it's a themed race or a transform race. It would probably be hard to make a complicated thing like that user friendly. I guess that's the reason that they don't add a lot of this stuff in. You've got to, you know, be an experienced creator to make the most of the stuff in the dev creator, I guess. But they also now have, you know, advanced prop placement just available for everybody, and you can. That's not exactly user friendly to a newbie in the creator, I would say. So. I know I just answered that question about 30 players and transform race or themed race, and that restriction isn't there, but all the information about that is on the Bruffy.com/verified. The rules and restrictions and what you can have and what you can't have and the different categories and all that kind of stuff. It is all there. Okay, so short lap. Not very long at all. Oh, that was lucky. That could have been so much worse. So many issues going on right now in these races. Yeah, I mean, this race, it's fairly well made, I would say. I think there's a little bit of uniqueness about it. Obviously connecting different parts of the map together with custom created sections that, you know, in a different way to the way that they would normally be created. Prop usage is relatively solid. I don't think there's anything necessarily spectacular that like really shouts out to you as this is a sort of wow race. But I think a well-made short track for novelty is always pretty fun. And I do like that, you know, we've got a hairpin in there as well. It seems like there's a decent variety of corners even for such a short lap. Did I hit him? I mean, I was nowhere near him. I know I didn't hit him on my screen, I was thinking through lag. But he did forget which way that part of the track went on the last lap, I suppose, so maybe it was just that. Yeah, it's a fun little track. Novel. What are the lap times? Like a minute? A minute in Sports Classics. So it would be even quicker in Supers. Talking like 50-second laps or something. In the top Supers at least. Any track around a minute long is always a good candidate for random all. But I don't know whether there's enough to make it, because a lot of the track feels like it's kind of full throttle straights. Oh shush. I don't know anybody who's 30. And then there's a few long corners. We've got one hairpin. Well, it's kind of like 2 hairpins at either end. And then long corners and full throttle sections. So I feel like there's not an awful lot to it from a driving perspective. But yeah, it is quite an original, like, novel creation that it is so flat in the city. I agree with that, Mark. You don't often see such flat circuits around here. Yeah, I feel like you'd need something else to spice it up a little bit. To do a race of any decent length on a track like this. Although maybe once you get, you know, going side by side with people, could be quite fun. I like it. I just don't think it's as standouty as some other sort of playlist style races we've seen throughout doing these content creator streams. Oh, I forgot to mention actually, this is the 100th episode of the GTA Content Creator Series on my channel. I know we're on week 80 of the live stream, but there's been 20 other episodes throughout the years. I mean, this series started as me showcasing my tracks. And then there was a few variations of Broughy Verified and stuff like that. And then there's been a few best of videos as well. But most of the episodes have obviously, you know, 80 of them have been these live streams. But yeah, this is number 100. The 100th episode, the 100th video in this series. The Content Creator Series. Not an awful lot of field spread in terms of best lap. Mainly because there's not too much separation, I think. You know, across the track, there's not an awful lot to separate drivers. So I feel like if you get close, I think I just got unlucky that I was so far out, that I was, you know, a decent amount out front. If you were close together with a group of people on a track like that, it would be quite interesting. because you would probably be nose to tail all the time, changing places every now and then. The only places where you could really make a move would be the 2 hairpins. So I like it. Maybe good for random all, but that requires, again, to add something extra to what is essentially a fairly straightforward layout. Vinewood Park. Yeah, you do have to wait, obviously, everybody. You have to wait if you take people out in races, of course. Alright, compacts. Should we leave it on compacts? Whoops. I didn't mean to have caps on. Alright, let's do a Cheburek race. Instead of just compacts. Vinewood Park. Haven't we done this before? %7 smoother than before and some barren lines blocked off. Okay, so Vinewood Park. I remember Vinewood Park. Isn't it the one around the with the cool pit lane? Around the dam? Oh no, I don't remember this. What's the track I'm thinking of? On PS4? Does anybody know? Alright, grid up, use all the slots. Sticky bombs at some point after 50 seconds. Laguna Park, thank you. Chebureks. So it did say in the description it's suited for compacts, but you can experiment with other classes. Hey ho, let's have a Cheburek race. Probably one of the only good cars from has advanced handling flags from that DOC. With all the engine advanced flags and stuff. Careful. Ah, typical. Yeah, this is good fun. completely custom created. It's very similar, it reminds me at least, of Laguna Park. Same creator, I think. Yeah, you've really got to be careful on that bit of the track. Cheburek races are fun, man. That's the Cheburek line. Pro lines in the Cheburek. It's a JB track. Will you ever see a track that isn't all custom sections by him? Yeah, okay. JB Car Freak. I was trying to remember who it was. I knew who it was. I just, you know, the name was evading me. Yeah, he does. All of his tracks are pretty much all custom sections, aren't they? Yeah, this is a cool one. Cool little track. You could, you know, I can certainly see why it's set to compacts by default, but you can certainly do other classes around here. It'd just be a bit difficult. You just gotta have your wits about you. Short track. Again, this would work, just like Laguna Park does. This would work for Random All too. Any track that's around a minute long, I feel, is a perfect random track contender. But even without that in mind, this is a cool creation. Awful. I'm scrubbing so much time off by getting that wrong. It's always cool to see tracks completely inside, you know, an area of the map. Like here, for example. Unique creations are always good to see. That's the way to do it. Way to do that though. Oh, that's also not the way to do that. Yeah, I guess that's true. That tunnel might be an issue for Random All if you... This tunnel here. If you get something tall. Never mind. I've enjoyed the tracks tonight. There's been a good selection. Even though they've all been regular racing circuits or, you know, just, you know, regular tarmac circuits apart from one. They've all had something a little bit unique and different about them. It's made the playlist quite fun. Despite the lack of seemingly overall variety. Catching up to second, but only one lap left. It's not going to be enough. I don't think anyway. Oh, needed to get it right on that lap. Fun. Fun track. Yes, Matty. I always do. I'll take best lap. This has made me want to boot up GTA and go buy a Cheburek. Everyone should own a Cheburek. And a Schlagen GT. Very few good cars that we've had from recent DLCs. Are you guys still enjoying, since we're on episode 100 of this series, do you guys still enjoy these live streams? Or if you're watching this as a video afterwards, which most people do you still enjoy these showcases? Would you like to see different things? More stuff? Nope. I don't know why I bothered asking. Good tracks tonight. I've enjoyed them. Again, the links for all these tracks are down below in the description. Needs more undulating. I'm glad you guys still enjoy. And thank you for coming and watching the streams. Shout out to the Lakers as well. We haven't done Muscle. It says it's best raced at night. Let's do no top muscle cars. So it's everything that is the Dominator, the regular Dominator or higher is not allowed. We're not doing the Vamos. Don't start with me, hateful machine. We'll stop at the start just to make sure that everybody has the right car. Sabre Turbo Custom is definitely too quick. No Duke of Death either, I agree. So it's things like Ruiner, the regular Sabre Turbo, Coquette Blackfane, you know, all that kind of stuff. All the old style stuff. 450 watching, 143 likes, come on now. It's okay. I'm okay. I understand the lurkers. They like to just sit back and chill and watch. I get it. Sorry, Ginger Travis. I try my best with the crew invites, but, you know, what can I do? Yes, the Dukes! The pink Dukes! I don't think I've got the pink Dukes out in a content creator stream on YouTube before. So, one more track, and then Drag Kings to finish everything off. As always, we do 7 tracks, and then one final track just for a bit of fun at the end, which limits the playlist to 16 players on purpose. If you actually want to get into these sessions, we close up the crew and all that kind of stuff, so people didn't get the message. We close up the crew. For these streams, it's only permanent members who can be in, but on Twitch streams, we open up the crew to everybody. So if you want to come to my Twitch streams, feel free. There'll be one tomorrow. You can see where they all are on Brookby.com/schedule or the schedule command. See what platform I'm on that place, on that website as well. It's all there. All right, are we good to go? Everybody's got a car. Okay. Come on, Kiwi, get to the back with me. Sticky bombs at some point after 1:15. I did say with me, I suppose. It's a good launch from Sarch with the wheelie start. So our final track of the night. I did say it was best played at night. I can see why. It's very vibrant, very colourful. I think these are a lot of Arena War props, right? All these light up circular things and other stuff. Ooh. The things you can do with unrestricted... Well, with no restrictions, I think is the correct way to say that sentence. So one more track and then Drag Kings, and then I'll leave you all be. I'll let you all go to watch the Formula One. Qualifying started 15 minutes ago. I don't care myself about the first, half an hour of qualifying. I'm pretty okay with missing it. All the actions at the end anyway. I'm already watching F1. Yeah, that's true. You can watch two at once, I suppose. I can't. I don't have that luxury. Fun track around the pier area. What's this area called again? Why have I forgotten what this area is called? Is it V? V something? I'm so done. My memory's getting worse. Del Perro. Okay, I don't know why I thought it started with V. No, wait. Vespucci. That's what I was thinking of. The pier is Del Perro, but the whole area in general is Vespucci. So it was V. It's very difficult to create a track around the Vespucci area is what I was going to say. Because it's so bumpy. But there's a lot of custom created section and it's keeping it pretty short as a track. As tracks go. So this one works nicely. How dare you forget the area of your favourite Rockstar stunt track. Ah, I hate that track so much. It's definitely a Coquette Blackfin track. City circuits usually are. Visually nice, visually impressive. Again, helped by the props that most people don't even have access to. Okay, so Vespucci's actually below, so it's the Del Perro area and then Vespucci's a bit further south. Kind of just thought it was all Vespucci. Fair enough.
Oh, what a scumbag!
2 laps to go. Can I get a second place out of this? Those two are going to have to slow each other down a little bit more, I think. Tricky corner, that. Got a really nice combination of corners, I've got to say. That whole area feels nice to drive. I'm trashing the left front of this car. Thank you, Vinable, for the 14 months over on Twitch, man. I appreciate it. Cool track. I like it. Always where I go. Oh well. No chance for second anymore, but at least I'm in third. Track's alright, but the prison one was the best. Interesting. We've never done that before. Maybe we should start doing that at the end of these content creator streams, asking you guys what your favourite track was from the list. And then put it in the chat. Which track was your favourite? Which one stood out the most? I can't do that for the video as a poll because you can only have 5 options in a poll. Drag Kings, god damn it. Ah. God damn it. That's quite the crash. I don't know what my favourite one was. I like the first one so much just because it was a perfect example of what could be. I like Vinewood Park. I like that actually. I don't know. It's too difficult. Too difficult to make these decisions. Let's scrub that idea. Best track coming up. So yeah, this is the final track. As always, we just do something a bit wild and wacky for the final race. 1 lap shootout. What should we do this time? We haven't done Vans for a while. Is Vans available on the PC version? I feel like it's no, it's not. Every time I want to do Vans, we're always on PC where it's not available. 2 points in it for the playlist win. Ugh, I don't care. First person lock. Okay. I do like the idea of slam vans. Now let's not do first person. We'll save first person for a different time. Everybody in a slam van. I don't know whether Slam Vans has had one before, but it's been long enough that I'm okay to do it again. So yeah, the reason that I have this track at the end is because it's limited to 16 players, just so we can lock off the playlist to 16 players on purpose. Because it's more about showcasing the tracks than it is about getting as many people in as possible. Someone remind me for the first PS4 stream next month when we do Drag Kings to do first person only. As always, these content creator streams are the first 3 Saturdays of every month. Thanks for watching, as the blimp says, by the way. The first 3 Saturdays of every month are these content creator streams. We have PS4 on the first Saturday, Xbox One on the second Saturday, and PC on the third Saturday. Ah, the first corner where people don't realise they can't brake. Good times. And if you enjoy these streams, feel free to check out my Twitch streams instead, where I'm there live 3 times a week. This has not been a good race. I kind of took it too easy at the first part of the race because I just wanted to mix it up a little bit and go towards the back, but then I've just been absolutely destroyed by people not knowing that they can't brake in a slam van. Yeah, all of them. All of them didn't realise that they could brake. Oh man. Yeah, probably should have done more laps, but there you go.
He's a scumbag! He's an absolute scumbag!
Top 5's always possible. I only got top 5 just because I knew that I knew where to brake on the final hairpin. Good times. Dead Kelly with the 47 months. Something scumbag something birthday. Thank you, Dead Kelly. We'll have to bring back a slam van race for when it snows in GTA again. It's been a long time. I miss slam van races. Are some of the best. They're really fun. Right, that will do us for today. Thank you guys for watching. Like I said, all the links for all these tracks are down below in the description in the order in which we've had them. We'll be back this time in, is it 3 weeks now? There's 2 Saturdays in October left, I think, November left. So there's going to be obviously no YouTube streams on those 2 Saturdays. And then we'll be back on the first Saturday of December for another content creator stream on YouTube on PS4. And like I said, feel free to check me out on Twitch if you want more GTA streaming fun. But yeah, thank you guys so much for all the support. Thank you guys for being here and watching the stream and watching the videos. And I'll see you here on YouTube in a couple of weeks' time and over on Twitch tomorrow night. enjoy the Formula One for those who are watching it. I'm going to go watch it now. Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.